Hey guys, so I hope you're doing well. I know this whole situation's a little crazy, but we just went over your quizzes and some of you are still struggling with the multiplying of polynomials. So I wanted to do 4 quick examples with you, actually maybe even 5. Go through them with you, and then after that, you're gonna practice. I'm gonna send you a quizzes, all right? But you really need to have this skill down before we can move on to the next one. So please follow along, take the notes properly, and it'll help you greatly. Now, if you look, first we have here x plus 3 and x minus 4. The first thing you're going to do is set up a box just like the previous video. So, here's my box. All right, on this side, I'm going to write x plus 3. And on this side, I'm going to write x minus 4. And now all you're going to do is multiply. X times x is x to the second. So you're going to write that in there. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. 3 times x is a positive 3x. It really helps to put your signs in the boxes as well. This way you know what operation you're doing later on when you're simplifying. And lastly, 3 times negative 4 is a negative 12. All right, now when you're doing this, one of the things you need to look at is like terms. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see that you can combine terms that are over here in the middle going diagonally. Okay, just darken that, negative. So if you look here, they both have an x, so you can combine them. So a negative 4x plus a 3x is a negative 1x. So I'm going to put a negative 1x here. The x squared comes down because there's no other x squareds, and the minus 12 also comes down. And that's your answer. Okay, most of the time when you're doing these, you're going to have 3 terms. So check your work as well. Not always, but most of the time. All right. Number 2, same exact thing, set it up. I'm going to write the x minus 6 on this side, the x plus 2 on this side. It does not matter which side you write your binomial in. So if over here you put x plus 2 and up top you did x minus 6, you will still get the same exact answer. X times x is x to the second. X times a positive 2 is a positive 2x. Negative 6 times x is a negative 6x. And negative 6 times 2 is a negative 12. Again, when you're looking at the setup, you'll notice that these can be combined. And again, 9 times out of 10, that's the case. So I'm going to rewrite this, put the x squared there. Negative 6x plus 2x is a negative 4x. So write that down. And then the negative 12 is right here. Remember, you cannot combine an x squared with a x, okay, because they are not like terms. All right, and number 3, same thing, set it up. Sorry for the background noise. My kids are watching a movie. So this is 2x plus 1 over here, and this is going to be my 4x plus 5 over here. So now, 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to deal with the numbers first. X times x is x to the second. 2 times 5 is 10. There's 1x here, none there, so just bring that 1x over. 1 times 4 is 4, and there's 1x on top, none on the side, so that comes down. And 1 times 5 is 5. Now, I forgot to put my pluses here, so I should do that as well. And now, combine the like terms. The 8x squared is going to come down. 10x plus 4x is a positive 14x. And then bring down the 5. And again, that is your final answer. All right, why don't you try number 4 on your own? And I'm going to just go ahead and do it quietly. You can pause the video right now, do it, and then you can check your answers. All right, so hopefully you unpaused, and here is the answer. It's 6x squared minus 24. If you want to go back and rewatch that, feel free to go back. I showed basically how I set it up and all of the steps. And I'm going to add one other problem here to do. And this is going to be a binomial times a trinomial, because I think we could also use some extra work on that. Okay, so again, same exact setup. You're still going to do a box method, only it's going to be a little longer on the one side. So I tend to put the trinomial, which again is the three-termed polynomial, up at the top because it just gives me a little extra room. So there's that, and then off to the side, I'm going to do the x minus 1. Okay. And now, x times 2x squared. Remember, there's an imaginary 1 here. 1 times 2 is 2. X times x to the second. Just count how many x's there are. There are 3. And now x times 3x. 1 times 3 is 3. X times x is x squared. And then 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. And you have the x. All right, and now let's do the same thing on the bottom row. Negative 1 times 2x squared is simply going to be negative 2x squared. Negative 1 times 3x is going to be a negative 3x. And negative 1 times negative 5 is going to give you a positive 5. Now, the reason we really encourage you to use the box method is, again, the diagonals are usually what's able to be combined. So you can circle them like this. The 2x to the third comes down first. Then 3x squared minus 2x squared, well, 3 minus 2 is 1, so it's going to leave you with a positive 1x squared. And if you write the 1, that's fine. Then a negative 5x minus 3x will give you a negative 8x, and then bring down the 5. All right? So that is just a nice little review for you on foiling and on multiplying polynomials. I hope it helped. If you have any questions, again, please join us during the Google Hangout times that we set up, because we're more than happy to answer any questions that you have. All right, I hope you guys are doing well. We miss you. Bye.